Hi everyone, how are you? Uh, we were talking about how reality becomes so many realities because everybody's got their own life to live and it's never the same as anyone else's. It's the same for everything. So it's the same for art. Yet it's now art though. Even though it's got its own reality, it still has to exist by the laws of existing physics. Okay, it still has to go by that. Okay. Or how do we recognize a work of art as distinct from other activities? What is its main kind of signature or sign that says this is art? Well, art tends to gather things we throw away, meaningless things and meaningless feelings, and gives them meaning. See, that's a great thing to do. Art takes the failures and transforms them into successes. It brings the least important to the front of the class. It pays homage to forgotten things. It points a spotlight to abandoned ideas. Art saves what would have been lost. It keeps loneliness company. It expresses opinions, precisely where opinions are not allowed. It challenges the status quo, wherever it goes. It brushes against death but never dies. It persists through cracks and fissures and nothing can keep it away. The philosophy of art is necessarily a philosophy which adapts to every artist's reality and expresses itself that way. What it will say and how it will say it is always determined by the artist and who is using it at the time. That is what makes it such an exciting entity. Art is never the same. Its philosophy is exhilarating. Okay. Each time it rears its beautiful head, it will be speaking a different language about diverse issues, describing limitless matters. Some of them we've never even thought about. How rich. How rich. How awesome. What an elegant portico art stands on. With what precision it operates on life. Like a surgeon with a mathematical equation at the tips of his fingers working on miracles. It itself is a miracle of the mind. The complexity of the mind has something of the universe in it. Its convolutions are beyond our understanding. It is for this I will try to unravel this tight spool of complexity, not only to understand it, but to cover its fundamental meaning. Now forgive me if I fail. It will not be for lack of trying, okay? When an artist, he, she, it, them, begins to create a work of art, an ancient liturgical rite begins. An initiation is set in motion. It is an initiation with the elements. Even time is involved as space is bent to serve the creator, in this case the artist. What makes this happen is the intention. It is a particularly important moment when we intend to do something. Whatever that may be, it will happen because we intend it and because we are committed to it. But it will not happen, even if we say we want it to, if our heart isn't in it. Our heart is right up there with the seriousness of our intents. Now let us go back to the initiation an artist sets in motion when he, she, it, them begins a work of art. In this case, we will discuss painting, but art comes in many forms, such as sculpture, music, literature, and poetry, of course. When this initiation is set in motion, a relationship is forged. The artist has a relationship with the painting he's doing. It isn't just my hand moving across the canvas, pushing paint around. I am at the tip of that brush. Right in there. Working it out. Living every second, every moment of creativity. I'm right there at the tip. Every artist is. All right, so we've said that it's an initiation. No matter what happens, it will reach a conclusion whether it is fulfilled or not. Something deeply universal has started and will see its conclusion, no matter what. The artist is bound by this. Spiritual oath is clear and defined as an intention. Excuse me. Here, of course, we are talking about a professional artist living every moment of his or her life creating. Okay? Oh, excuse me. Now, the philosophy of art is the language, is the dialogue the artist maintains with the painting that's coming out as he's making it. A chord, ding, is plucked. A certain sound is made. A gong, boom, goes off like a bomb, and everything begins. All intent, meaning, subtlety, beauty, tragedy, comedy, despair, concern, worry, altruism, joy, and ecstasy are woven into the technique and sink into the pores of the intention. Decisions are made and politics are played like a deck of cards. It is a place where right side up can become upside down. Here black can turn white and white black. That's the world of art. Here the impossible can transform into the possible and comparisons fly out the windows. All logic is betrayed. The intention is clear and defines the moment. The artist is seeking the outrageous, the bizarre, the dream, and the nightmare, because it is so interesting in those places. The artist wants to visit the deepest chambers of the heart, where things lie in secret, and bring them out to the light. The intention is clear. The artist is seeking a unique experience and will go to the ends of her psychic world to find it. At this point, the artist is a sage in a cave around a fire. She reaches deep inside the self for answers. These answers are fundamentally important to this specific artist. These answers will allow for personal evolution to go on. An important shape or symbol arises out of this. It becomes the trademark of the painting. It is in fact a living entity between the artist and the creation. The relationship forged in this molten state the painting is in determines the outcome of the expression. The more serious and deep the relationship is, the more complex the expression, the more levels of reality incorporated into the initial invention, the more enigmatic and alluring and impossible to understand the painting will be. See you next time.